I can't get to him, Dom.
Jacob, stay with me.
I'm out of this race.
Vin Diesel has teased an emotional and impactful experience for fans in Fast X Part 2, promising that it will hit you hard. The actor, who is set to reprise his iconic role as Dominic Toretto, took to social media to share a sneak peek of what's to come. Along with a nostalgic throwback photo of himself and the late Paul Walker, Vin reflected on the deep bonds formed throughout the franchise, writing about the powerful moments that transcend the films themselves. In his Instagram post, Vin shared that he was reminded of the beautiful journey during ADR, or automated dialogue replacement work, alongside a script written by Chris Morgan. He hinted that Fast X Part 2, which is penned by Zach Dean, will be an emotional roller coaster for fans. He also praised the unwavering support of Fast and Furious fans, calling them the driving force behind the franchise's success. Vin noted that the excitement surrounding the final movie is palpable, emphasizing how the enthusiasm and dedication of the fans have had a lasting impact on the saga's evolution. The movie is slated for release in 2026, and Vin stressed that this grand finale will not just be an ending, but a celebration of the incredible family built over the years through the films, acknowledging the global community that has made it all possible. With these heartfelt messages, it's clear that Fast X Part 2 is shaping up to be a deeply emotional chapter for fans, with the main character's journey coming to an end. After the cliffhanger at the end of Fast X, there's a lot of possibilities for how Fast 11 will wrap things up. With so many characters like Dom, Brian, Lety, Hobbs and Shaw all needing their stories tied up, there's a lot to look forward to. Dom could die, Hobbs might ride off into the sunset, and Roman and Tej could get set up for their own spin-off. There are tons of theories about how this long-awaited ending could go down. One possibility is that Dominic Toretto will sacrifice himself for his family, kind of like how Iron Man did in Avengers Endgame. If Fast 11 is meant to be the big finale, like Endgame was, it makes sense that one of the main characters might die, and Dom seems like the most likely candidate. His whole character has been built around his love for his family and his willingness to do whatever it takes to protect them. Given that, it would make sense for Dom to make the ultimate sacrifice in Fast 11. The series has often kept things going without real consequences, with characters coming back from the dead, but killing off Dom would give the saga a more emotional, bittersweet ending. It would be a tough but powerful way to close the chapter on this epic story. Now, if Dom sacrifices himself in Fast 11, it's likely that Lety Ortiz will step up to lead the family. As Dom's closest ally and partner in both life and crime, Lety is the natural choice to take charge. With Dom gone, she would be the one to hold the family together. This could set the stage for a new chapter in the franchise, with Lety at the helm. Michelle Rodriguez has the skills to take on this leadership role and carry the franchise forward if it continues beyond Dom's exit. Even if Fast 11 marks the end, having Lety take over would ensure the family is in capable hands, making it a fitting conclusion to the saga. Another possibility is that Brian O'Connor and Mia Toretto will finally get a proper ending. While Brian and Mia have been settled down for a while, they've mostly stayed off-screen since Paul Walker's passing. They've been mentioned now and then, usually with the explanation that they're living their family life. But Vin Diesel has teased that Fast 11 will give Brian a proper send-off, which is a sign that the character deserves a real farewell. This could mean that Paul Walker's brothers, Caleb and Cody Walker, who stood in for him in Furious 7, might return to give Brian one last scene. It's one thing to say that Brian and Mia have settled down, but it needs to be shown. For Fast 11 to feel like a true conclusion to the saga, audiences need to see Brian and Mia happy and at peace together, even if it's just for a brief moment. Even though Fast 11 will wrap up the main saga, that doesn't mean the franchise is done. After Dom's story ends, we might see spin-offs, and Roman Pierce and Tej Parker are prime candidates for their own series. Their dynamic has been a standout in the Fast and Furious films, and with Tyrese Gibson and Ludacris bringing great chemistry to the table, they're perfect for a buddy cop-style adventure. Their bond has been underused in supporting roles, but it's strong enough to carry a whole franchise. After Fast 11, there's definitely potential for a spin-off focused on Roman and Tej, offering a new chapter for these beloved characters. Moving on, After Gisele's surprising return in Fast X, it's pretty likely that Fast 11 will reunite her with Han. Han's death was a huge moment in the series, first shown in Tokyo Drift and then revisited in Fast and Furious 6, where Gisele sacrificed herself to save him. Fans have been waiting for a resolution to their story, especially since F9 revealed Han wasn't really dead and Fast X showed Gisele is alive too. It only makes sense that the final chapter of the saga would bring these two back together, letting them pick up where they left off and give their relationship the closure it deserves. Next is Luke Hobbs. His journey seems set for a peaceful conclusion after one final victory. Dwayne Johnson has hinted that Hobbs will ride off into the sunset, an ending fitting for a gunslinger-type character. While Hobbs has always been more of an ally than a core member of Dom's family, his arc will likely end with him taking a step back after helping the crew one last time. With the Hobbs and Shaw sequel also in the works, it's clear that Hobbs will get a fitting send-off, finally able to leave the action behind and find peace after his final battle. On the other hand, Deckard Shaw will likely stay true to his mercenary roots, but by the end of the saga, he's probably shifted towards doing good. While he hasn't changed completely, Shaw has become more heroic, especially after saving Dom's son and making peace with the family. He'll probably keep working as a mercenary, but now with a moral code, taking on jobs that help the innocent and punish the guilty. A spin-off could follow Shaw as he embarks on solo missions, becoming a vigilante-like figure who uses his skills to fight for the good guys, similar to a character like Joaquin Phoenix's in You Were Never Really Here. This could set up an exciting, gritty Shaw adventure. Turning good could be the story for Cipher, as Cipher is in the midst of a redemption arc. When she was first introduced in The Fate of the Furious, Cipher was the ultimate villain, manipulating Dom into turning against his family. But over time, her character has evolved, especially in Fast X, where she starts to show signs of change. In the movie, she was locked in a prison in Antarctica alongside Lety, and the two reluctantly teamed up to escape, united against a common enemy. This shift suggests that by the end of Fast 11, Cipher may fully complete her transformation from villain to hero, turning her back on her dark past and fighting for the good guys. It's likely that Fast 11 will follow this trend, offering Reyes a chance to reconcile and potentially set him up as an ally in future installments, providing a satisfying sense of closure for the saga. Well, that's it. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates on this and other exciting upcoming movies. We'll see you next time.